Morning. How we doing out there? I am servant. I am Pisces. Hope everybody's got a good day planned. Got a big feast going. Got a football game going. Maybe you're headed to the football game. Well, anyways, I was this morning kind of doing the lounge lizard thing, and I got to thinking that everything that we perceive uh, on our cell phones and on our TV, and how laughable some things are. The things that they uh, have figured out about you, um, and how AI is suiting everything to you. And it's in my situation, it's kind of hilarious because I skip around so much. It's trying to catch up with me and trying to more or less be um, more solvent than I am. But like I said, I got a lot of south in the mouth. It's kind of hard to find out where I'm going to be at one time or the next. Thinking about going to gun show today. But anyways, the thing that I'm trying to tell you is that the principalities, the AI, the digital, all these things. I'm telling you these things, and I'm gonna keep saying it and saying it, and saying it, and after a while, you'll start recognizing it. But you're being pushed against because they don't want you to wake up. Now, who they is, there's no telling who they is. You can say things on this thing that may go straight to the the principalities out there that's trying to push you down. Who knows? But the thing about it is, your own point of understanding that you're your own planet and you're doing your own things and you're staying in your precepts, statutes, commandments, testimonies, and in Psalms 119. Uh, you understand that all these things are pushing against you now. Now you're doing your meditation to get back to where you're supposed to be at. And you're realizing that how all these things are going to more or less hinder you. So understand that you have to go back to the old drawing board, pencil and paper. Oh my goodness, let's don't do that. But the driving force behind this is so that you won't understand. I noticed that I started saying something about the court system and judges and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. The judges went to school. They studied law. They might have been attorneys, but they never was a construction worker. They never was uh, somebody filing paperwork, somebody doing the secretary's job, because they learned a whole different skill in a whole different way. Which they get to eat steak tartare every night, not beans and cornbread. But understand that you are children of God, and He wants you to understand that the things that are coming, it's not a rebellious thing. You don't. I mean, it has nothing to do with rebellion. It has nothing to do about being against the system itself. All you done was just remove yourself out of that system to take control of your life. Okay. I noticed that people started putting, here's law. This is law. This is how this law works. Are you governed by this law? Driver's license, licensing. And look, it's a good thing to know all that. It really is. Um, Everybody ought to print a book about it and get it. The $5 book of rules and regulations to abide by natural law. It'd be great. The Constitution. It's like God's natural law. It just stays right there in front of you. You know your blessings and gifts. You've done your discernment against the principality part. You know what you're going to remove yourself out of. And you know what you're going to build generational wealth with. You know these things are for you from God. It's all natural. So the meditation part is really heavy. Okay. I quote about it every day. I talk about it every day. But God really does speak to you. Okay. And the thing about the understanding of digital ID, digital court. I mean, digital everything. Be digital hospitals. The thing about it is that it'll take every diagnosis in the book, and you'll have 666 of them. Okay, just remember that you know all you are is a test subject. I mean, some people don't understand that. Well, we have to have this system. We have to have it. Well, you do have to have some medical systems. You do have to have some terminology about it. You do have to have some doctors, actually real doctors, not PAs, not because they took a shortcut way back when. Instead of making them become doctors, they said, well, you can do a 4 year and be a specialist, you know, in setting eyebrows. Okay? So understand profit margin compared to what was right. Everybody knew what was right, but they didn't do it for the American people, or they didn't do it for any people. They just took advantage of it all. So understand the situations that you're stepping into is the situations of the principalities pushing against you. You can come back and you can reform your community to understand that, but you got to go back to bring it forward. And if you're still going to have to go forward. I mean, they're going to put so much stuff in front of you, you're going to have to go forward through it. But the point of understanding your rights, your God-given rights, and understanding of the Constitution and patriotism and liberty, you know, the thing about it is that, like I said, if somebody brings war to our country, everybody will be a patriot at that time. You will be fighting against other people. So if you think that you're not, well, you're living here, okay? And you have family, and you have friends, and you have congregation, and you have community, you have your churches, look here, there's a time for war, and there's a time for plenty, okay? Right now, it's plenty, and they're throwing it all out there to say, okay, this is the way it is. Okay, but look at the real deal. Look at the bottom line. How does that serve you? Okay? Everything has to be under service, you know, just like you're under service of God. You know what you're supposed to do? Just get it done. You know, just don't worry about it. Be happy about it. Help everybody you can. Be just as nice to everybody as you can. Prick them a little bit. Watch them jump up and down, you know, and it's just a thing that everybody has to understand, that coming back is actually going forward. Okay? The cell phone thing, look, everybody says that's our new normal. Well, guess what? It's not our new normal. It's actually pulling away from your happiness. You're actually be able to visualize the happiness, not visualize the happiness that you're getting an endorphin release. Okay? So, you know, the endorphin release is going, oh yeah, I'm happy. Oh yeah, I'm happy. Oh yeah, I'm happy. Well, after a while, your brain turns to gray goo, you know, and it's what it is. So understand that, you know, you have God-given natural law in front of you. Birds, squirrels, everything else. And your happiness level comes up. Now you're playing chess. So understand that these people, you know, in your community that is trying to push people down or trying to do things that are against everything going on around you, hey, just take a few seconds and call it as it is. Is this what this is? How about this? It's all your world, but you have to bring it back to community. It has to come back to community. It has to come back to the church. And look here, God's remnant's floating. It's coming back. I listen to everybody out there. Before I started this thing, nobody was awake, it seems like. But now it seems like everybody's jumping up and down for some reason. So I hope, in my faith, walking forward as I'm doing this thing, I hope somebody's waking up. I hope billions of souls get saved, because that's what God wants us to do. He wants us to be in the good heart frame. So, anyways, I thought I'd holler at you this morning, give you a hoo-yah and say, hey, wake up. Smell the roses. We're going to have a great day today. We're going to find somebody and talk to them. So, anyhow, I want to say thank you to everybody out there. Y'all are wonderful people. You're God's children from the Most High. And everybody loves the Father. Guess what? Your gifts and blessings are coming. Spill a couple of cups in front of you. Father, I'm sorry. Forgive me of my sins. Turn around. Go get your other cups. You got 1,000 behind you. Anyways, I'll get off here. I'm Servant. I am Pisces. Have a good one.